What's up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we will learn and make our concepts clear on 1. What is GIT? 2. Tree Architecture of GIT. 3. How to install Git on Windows. 4. How to set up your account in Git. Let's learn what is Git. Git is a free and open source distributed version control system. Git's purpose is to keep track of projects and files as they change over time with manipulations happening from different users. Git stores information about the project's progress on a repository. Git keeps track of the changes a couple of people make on a single project and then merges the code where people have worked on different parts into one project. This way, when someone introduces a bug, you can track down the code that introduced the bug by going through the commits. Well Dinesh, that's really cool. Now tell how to use Git. Git uses some shell commands which you need memorize and type them to sync up. If you get any errors, save your work elsewhere, delete the project and download a fresh copy of project. Let's learn 3. Tree Architecture of Git. Working copy would be your actual working directory on your local machine where you make your changes. Staging area is that magical place where pending changes, files that were added using git add, wait to be committed. Think of it as an intermediate step that allows you to build custom commits, organize your changes into commit batches. It's important to make a quick note of the term called indexing here. Indexing is the process of adding files to the staging area. In other words, index constitutes of files added to the staging area. Repository is the final destination of your changes, the place that stores your commits and their specific messages. Command to push the code to remote repository in GitHub is Git Push. So it is a simple pattern. We make changes in the working tree, push these changed files in the staging index tree and push them with the commit message in the repository tree. This is the basic concept of Git 3 tree architecture. Let's learn now how to install Git on Windows operating system. Log into https://git4windows.org/ and download the Git as shown below. If you installed Git for Windows, then in your Start menu, under Git you will have 3 options. Git Bash, a command prompt that emulates a Linux bash terminal, giving you access to Linux commands. Git CMD, a modified Windows command prompt. Git GUI, a graphic user interface for Git. How to verify whether Git is installed or not on your system. Let's just verify if the installation went well for Git. Go to CMD and type Git and press enter. You should get the following output on the screen. Let's learn something important command of Git called Git Config. Git configuration variables can be stored at 3 different levels. Each level overrides values at the previous level. 1. System level, applied to every user on the system and all their repositories. To view, git config list system, may need sudo. To set, git config system color.ui true. To edit system config file, git config edit system. 2. Global level, values specific personally to you, the user. To view, git config list global. To set, git config global user.name xyz. To edit global config file, git config edit global. 3. Repository level, specific to that single repository. To view, git config list local. To set, git config local core.ignore case true, local optional. To edit repository config file, git config edit local, local optional. Let's start setting up your username using git config command. The first change that we will be making inside our config file will be changing our username in Git. To change our username, follow these steps. Open Git Bash in your system. Type the following command with your username. Git config global user.name your user name. Let's now set user's email in Git config. After executing above user setup command successfully, we will change our email. Type the following command to get your email ID set up. Git config global user.email your email ID. Let's now view the config settings. For that, go to Git Bash and type this command. Git config list. Hope you like first part of Git series and have got basic understanding about repositories and how to install Git and Git Config command. I will be soon coming up with second part covering how to create repository and many more Git commands. Until then, enjoy and keep learning. Stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give thumbs up if you like this video.